Today, another history slowly unfolds as we come to an end of the school year 2020-2021. This school year may be tough as the COVID-19 pandemic has brought extraordinary challenges and has affected the educational sectors, and no one knows when it will end. However, the Department of Education continued to strengthen education amid the COVID-19 pandemic. This crisis has never hindered the candidates for graduation to pursue their dreams. Our dear parents and children who patiently waited, finally it's over. Sinonoc National High School proudly presents its 4th Senior High School virtual ceremony for the school year 2020-2021 with the theme Strengthening the Quality of Education amid the COVID-19 pandemic. This most awaited event would never been made possible without support of the equally and highly esteemed individuals from the school's division of Misamis Occidental, led by the dynamic and very supportive Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Edwin R. Maribuho, CISO 6, our active PSDS, Ma'am Maylene Labastilla, and of course our dedicated and very young at heart school principal, Ma'am Ion X Canonigo, other distinguished men and women of the entire academic community, colleagues, proud parents, guardians, friends, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant and joyous viewing to all. To begin with, may we all put ourselves in the holy presence of the Lord as we listen to a prayer followed by the Philippine National Anthem, Regional Hymn, and Division Hymn.
When you look to the past for life's long hidden meaning, for the dreams and the plans made in your youth, just the thrill to achieve, much too warm hidden feeling that lies so still and lives in you. In the eyes of a child, there is joy, there is laughter, there is hope, there is trust, a chance to share.
mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang mag-ibig, telas ng sinangalan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong bagaw, ay hinatang tulakaw,
And now, it is overwhelming to hear words of welcome from Cyrene Bantilan, guest student with highest honors.
Good day to all of us, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the class of 2020-2021, it is my pleasure to welcome the faculty and staff, honored guests, parents, siblings, loved ones, and most importantly, my fellow graduating students to today's occasion. Welcome to the 4th Senior High School graduation ceremony of Sinonoc National High School. I believe that all of you have played a very big role in shaping the individuals we are today, and we are so grateful as all of you become part of this journey. We spent 6 years of roller coaster journey, and the last year we spent is much remarkable. It takes a lot of adjustment. We adopt the new normal due to the COVID-19 pandemic. All of us took the sudden change. Many of us find it hard. But see, we are able to make it. For all the learnings taught to us by this school made us emerge stronger and well prepared physically, intellectually, socially, and morally as we move on to the next level of our development and education. It is such a privilege to be part of Sinonoc National High School family, and even a greater blessing to be surrounded by the remarkable and intelligent individuals. I know we will always cherish the memories we have made and the friendships that we have formed for the rest of our lives. It is my hope that even we depart ways, we may never forget our roots and the people that have motivated and inspired us in our journey this far. This graduation symbolizes the collaborative efforts of my fellow classmates, our teachers, and our parents. At this crowning moment of our time, we invite you to celebrate with us in raising another batch of productive, educated, and well-mannered individuals. Thank you.
Thank you, Cyrene, for that warm welcome to our viewers today. And now, ladies and gentlemen, you are about to witness virtually the main highlight of today's event. To do the honors of presenting this school year's candidates for graduation, may we have on our screen our very own dedicated principal, Ma'am Ayon X. Canonico.
My respect to our beloved Schools Division Superintendent, Sir Edwin Maribojo. As the secondary school principal of Sinonoc National High School, it is my honor and privilege to present to you the candidates for graduation of the senior high school who have satisfactorily completed the academic requirements of the K-12 curriculum, of which 84 are males and 69 females, with the following track and strand. For the general academic strand, we have 13 male and 18 female, a total of 31. For the TBL track, we have ICT male 9, 21 female, a total of 30. Beauty care, we have 1 male and 8 female, a total of 9. For dressmaking, we only have 1 female. For automotive, we have 37 male and 5 female, a total of 42. For cookery, we have 24 males and 16 females, a total of 30. All in all, we have 153 graduates for both academic and TBL track. They are now ready for your confirmation set.
This juncture, let's get into the confirmation and acceptance of candidates for graduation by our very own Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Edwin R. Maribojo, CISO 6.
By virtue of the power upon me as the Schools Division Superintendent of the Division of Misamis Occidental, after satisfactorily completing all the requirements set for the grade 12 or the senior high school curriculum, with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereat for the school year 2020-2021, I hereby confirm you graduates. Congratulations.
Finally, it is time for the harvest. You will be witnessing the recognition of achievements to our graduates. Let us start with grade 12 guests under the advisory of Mrs. Pressy Shao. Bantilan Cyrene with highest honors. Brioso Zeph G with highest honors. Liwagon Jane S with high honors. Lumukso James P with honors. Maluya Anime F with honors. Payet Sheena S with honors. TVL Cookery under the advisory of Mrs. Mazel Joy Habilio. Paule Cherry Ann A with honors. TVL Automotive under the advisory of Dr. Ludabella Aurora C. Sanes. Lingis Regine May M with honors. TVL ICT under the advisory of Mr. Jurivic Pakatang. Poton Christian Mark D with honors. Bilano Micah Jane E with honors. Duman of Mercy S with honors. Realce Lilialyn B with honors. Sulay Angie G with honors. Once again, congratulations! Let us now listen to this year's message from our DepEd Secretary, Leonor M. Briones, to be followed immediately by the message coming from our Regional Director, Dr. Arturo Bayucot, and a message from our SDS, Dr. Edwin R. Maribohok, CISO 6.
Good day to each and everyone who is attending virtually present at this time of our graduation ceremonies for our beloved and very precious graduates for the school year which ends at this time. First of all, I'd like to greet the parents and family members without whose sacrifices, whose reminders, and whose participation in the learning process for our graduates have resulted in this culmination program. This year, your role has changed drastically, where we've always believed that the matter of educating our children rests nearly exclusively on our teachers and our staff. This time, you parents, you family members, you who are in the households of our learners have expanded your role and contributed to this wonderful day, wherein finally, our learners are graduating in this culmination exercise. So congratulations, because this year has not been very easy, has not been a picnic for our teachers, for our family members, as well, especially the parents, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, and all who have contributed to the achievement of our learners at this time. So, maraming salamat at congratulations, parents and family members. Mas malaki ang role ninyo at this time compared to earlier graduation exercises. Secondly, I would also like to greet our teachers, without whose very careful review and careful supervision of the work of our pupils and our learners, this event would not be taking place at all. And so thank you, teachers. Your role has also expanded. In addition to seeing to it that the modules are faithfully followed, the assignments are correctly implemented, and the learners are truly learning. And you have had to deal with new ways of assessing the performance also of the learners. So congratulations, teachers, for enduring, for your patience, for your love for our learners, and your willingness to engage in a way and methods of teaching which are different from those which are used to. Assessment must have been especially difficult for you, especially since you were not able to see most of the time our students in face-to-face meetings, and most of the meetings, of course, were virtual. We'd also like to thank the local government units for their interest, for their cooperation, and for their continuing contributions to the needs of education, even as our children do not go to school. Your donations of material as well as financial resources at this time are most welcome, and your advice has been taken seriously not only by our teachers, by our school officials, but also by our officials in the Department of Education. We continually talk with local government units, especially in times of disaster, in times of great need for classrooms, for space, and for responses to unforeseen emergencies. Thank you, local government units. But of course, most of the congratulatory greetings fall on the deserving graduate. Each and every one of you is truly special. You are different from the other graduates who have passed through the portals of your school. You went to school practically without seeing your teachers, if at all. You went to school with your parents, your mothers, and your fathers hovering over your shoulders and seeing to it that you are able to complete your assignments. You are completing your studies at a time when examinations and assessments are different. You are culminating these long months of hard work at this time, even as you have to do family chores, even as you are distracted, and even as your world has turned upside down, and it seems and it appears as if we don't know what the future holds and what will happen next. But you have persevered, and now you are ready to graduate. And therefore, you deserve each and every bit of congratulations from us in the Department of Education, from your parents and family members, your teachers, from the officials in local government, as well as in the parent teachers associations. You deserve each and every single congratulatory pat on your back, each hug virtually, of course, and each greeting, which I am sure you are also receiving virtually. I don't know if you will remember this event many, many years from now. I have tried to recall myself who our graduation speaker was when I finished high school and when I finished my college studies. All I remember is that the graduation speaker was someone important, someone who was invited because that someone is supposed to give a message. What was more important to us graduates at that time was the excitement of the celebrations, the happiness and the joy of our parents, the sadness of parting from our classmates and from our teachers, and the enjoyment of all the graduation events that usually take place come commencement day. When I was a college student, we had a series of events which were designed to embed in our minds, which were designed to help us remember and not forget our days in college. We would spend one whole day going around the campus, visiting the classrooms, saying goodbye to our teachers, and sharing memories. We would have bonfires to say goodbye to each other. We had baccalaureate services where we committed ourselves to God and we prayed for guidance when we go out into the world. So many celebrations, and the speaker, of course, is the least important and easily forgotten component of the graduation exercise. Nonetheless, I will exert all efforts to share with you what I see are things or issues which a graduate should remember and recall. I have said that you are very special. You are very different. You are pioneering. There has been no other class like your class. There has been no other graduate like you as a graduating student because you are the very first graduate of the blended learning response to education in the Philippines. And so you ask yourself, what awaits you in the world outside? You can either work because the kind of curriculum you survived and underwent as a student will enable you to go to work if you wish to go to work. Some of you will proceed to further studies, and this would be a wonderful thing because there are many opportunities for further expanding your knowledge, for further answering and looking for explanations of issues, events that make you curious, especially in science, in technology, and also in the arts. So you can work, you can go to further studies, and perhaps some of you will settle down, hopefully not too soon, so you can pursue what you really want to do. So today, this is why we call this exercise a commencement exercise. It's not the end of our studies. It's not the end of all our efforts with blended learning, with modules, with floods, with earthquakes, and of course with COVID. It's a commencement of doors opening to you. More doors will be opened because you are a graduate. You can work, you can proceed for further studies, you can help your parents, and you can perhaps look for opportunities to do what you have always wanted to do, whether at work, whether at advanced studies, whether at learning more in science and technology, in mathematics, and in the arts. All of these opportunities are available to you. More doors are being opened. I hope you will select the door which arouses your curiosity, the door which will help you know more about this world, and the door which will allow you to contribute to the development of our country and contribute whatever we can to solve our problems and our challenges. Congratulations once more to each and every one of you. Congratulations to you, parents and family members. Congratulations to you, teachers. When I was chair of the board of Silliman University, each time we had graduation ceremonies during the baccalaureate and during commencement itself, I would cry. I would cry because you are sending out into the world a new batch of graduates, and we want to be sure that what is awaiting them is appropriate. We want to be sure that they are ready for what awaits them when they select which door to open. And so we tell you, go out to the world, do whatever you want to do. God be with you, and be assured that all of us love each and every one of you. Congratulations.
Isang maalab at matagumpay na araw po sa ating lahat. Mula dito sa amin sa Kagawaran ng Edukasyon sa Amihan ng Mindanao. Graduation, completion, or moving up ceremonies are testimonies of excellent coordination, genuine hard work, and great love. When the COVID-19 pandemic struck the world, hitting the various sectors including education, the Department of Education, through the competent leadership of Secretary Leonor Magtolis Briones, firmly accepted the challenge to continue education, bravely wrestling with the challenges of the pandemic and unceasingly finding solutions to address any emerging problems. Amidst all these difficulties, emerged excellent coordination across all levels of governance and the different stakeholders, with the teachers at the forefront of delivering the basic education learning continuity plan. And here they are, our learners, who willingly submitted themselves to blended distance learning, painstakingly learning the ways of the new learning landscape and successfully accomplishing all their academic requirements through genuine hard work. But these successes would not have been possible if not for the great love of the parents and guardians who have been selflessly offering their prayers, time and resources. In other words, the successes of our learners, our teachers, our leaders, and the Department of Education at large, with the unwavering support of all our stakeholders, are products of our collective decision to succeed as one family. On behalf of the entire DepEd Region 10, allow me to thank and congratulate everyone for this great feat, which attests that DepEd indeed is on track. But just like what is said in our theme for this year's end of school year rights, strengthening quality education amid COVID-19 pandemic, we need to be on our toes. The COVID-19 pandemic is real, and so are other education emergencies. All together, let us rise from this pandemic, recalibrate our learning continuity plans, and continue to deliver quality education for our learners, the heart of DepEd 10. Muli, binabati ko ang lahat ng nagtapos sa taong ito. Hangad namin ang inyong patuloy na tagumpay, anumang landas ang inyong tatahakin. Pagpalain nawa kayo ng poong may kapal. Marami pong salamat.
Good day to our dear graduates, parents, guardians, stakeholders in attendance, and to the Department of Education officials and teachers. Amidst the pandemic, BSOC learners have hurdled the challenges, and now is the celebration for you are to graduate and proceed to a higher level in your education. Our graduation theme is strengthening the quality of education amid COVID-19 pandemic is something we have to think about. In reality, the pandemic has even brought us farther towards the goal of achieving quality education. But quality doesn't happen by chance. It is the product of hard work and perseverance. Thus, thank you very much to all the Department of Education officials and teachers for the great effort, especially in the production, distribution, retrieval, and checking of the modules, the RBI instruction, and in the making of video lessons. Thank you also to the parents and guardians nga dako pud og adjustments gipanghimo tungod ning atong distance learning. Daghang salamat sa atong LGU officials nga nihatag nato og mga learning materials, resume machines, bond papers o daghan pa. With the synergy of all stakeholders, there's limitless possibilities that we can reach quality of education that projects the factors that we Filipinos are a great nation. And you, young graduates, make up for the main ingredient towards the realization. Congratulations.
Let us listen to James P. Lumoxo, guest student with honors, as he pays tribute to our dear parents and teachers.
Today is the day to thank and recognize the heroes who molded and guided us to reach what we are now. Teachers are not just educators, they become friends, counselors, mentors, second mother, second father, sister, or a brother to us. They are our light, our compass, and our guide who encourages us to continue on pushing our dreams. A lot of students sought help from our teachers aside from homework. I've experienced this and I have seen a lot of students seek comfort to their teachers too in times of distress when we do not have the courage to tell our parents what we are going through. Our teachers became counsels who listen and guide us which path to take and what to do with the situation in hand. They pick us up and let us get back on our feet. They made us feel to become greater citizens, able to face and endure the challenges of life and can stand on our own feet. Thank you, teachers, for being simply there when we needed the most, for sharing your knowledge and guiding us to the right path, for accepting our weaknesses and flaws, although at times we are annoying. You never fail to enlighten us. Thank you for developing our knowledge and skills and for encouraging us not to be afraid of trying and for molding us to be God-fearing citizens. Words will never be enough to compensate everything you did for us. Thank you very much, our loving teachers. Sa tanang mga ginikanan, mga guardians, dako ako ang pasalamat nga kami nakalampos ug nakahumana sa Keto 12 program. Ining tanan dili mahimong malampuson kung wala ang suporta ug giya ninyong mga ginikanan. Bisan man sa kalisod sa panahon karong sitwasyon sa pandemya, padayon kamong naningkamot para masuportahan ug mahatag ninyo ang among mga panginahanglan. Bisan og wala ang face-to-face class, ginapukaw mi ninyo o gina-follow up kung nahumana na ba namo ang among mga modules or mupas na ba mi karong adlaw. Wala mo gikapoy o buhat ana kada adlaw para masiguro nga kami nagapadayon sa among pag-eskwela. Pasensya sa mga panahon nga kami nagpabuyag sa inyo ha. Pasensya sa mga panahon nga kami nagasupak-supak, sa mga panahon nga kami nagapamugos sa among gusto kung saan kabalumi nga dili ninyo kayang ma-afford. Pasensya sa mga paggasto-gasto na mo sa inyong mga kwarta sa mga dili importanteng mga butang without realizing nga yun sa inyo paghago para lang ma-earn katong kwartaha. Pasensya sa mga dili maayo na mong mga buhat. Salamat sa inyong mga sermon, sa inyong mga pagpangasaba, sa inyong mga disiplina. Kay kung wala ninyo to gipambuhat, dili may makatungtong ug makahuman sa Keto 12. Bisan pa og nagkalisod kamo sa pagpanarbaho, naghanok ang inyong mga problema nga ginapasan, wala ninyo ginapakita nga kamo nagkalisod kay dili mo gusto nga maapektuhan ang among pag-eskwela sa mga problema nga inyong ginapang-sagubang. Ma, pa, mami, daddy, nay, tay, ug sa tanang mga guardians, daghang salamat.
Today's affair is not complete without being graced by a special woman of sincere service and action who will deliver her words of encouragement and wisdom. May I have the honor to introduce to you our guest speaker for this year's graduation rites. She graduated her primary schooling as salutatorian at Sinonoc Elementary School, year 2011. Then, she completed her secondary education as valedictorian at Sinonoc National High School, year 2015. She continued her studies at Misamis University and took BS Medical Technology. Last year, 2019, she graduated as magna cum laude and received the Philippine Association of Schools of Medical Technology and Public Health as Gold Medal Awardee for academic excellence. Because of her dedication and faith in God, she passed the Medical Technology Licensure exam given by the PRC last September 21 and 22, year 2019. A month after the board exam, she started working as clinical instructor at Misamis University College of Medical Technology until December 2020. At the same time, she worked as part-time medical technologist at Drazen Community Hospital. Our guest speaker also blessed to pass the drug testing and analysis training given by the National Reference Laboratory East Avenue Medical Center last May 25 to 28 and is now a certified drug testing analyst. Currently, she is working at Misamis Occidental Provincial Hospital in the Department of Laboratory as Medical Technologist. And at the same time, she is studying Masters of Science and Medical Laboratory Science at Lyceum of Philippines University. Ladies and gentlemen, our beloved guest speaker for today, registered medical technologist Karen A. Ubot. A big round of applause, please.
To Sir Edwin Mariboho, Schools Division Superintendent of Misamis Occidental Division, to Ma'am Ayon X. Canonico, Principal 3 of Sinonoc National High School, to Pastor Remy Valley, our General PTCA President, to the faculty of Sinonoc National High School, parents, graduates, good morning. Let me tell you a story about me. When I was a kid, I have always been fond of healthcare workers. I could still remember telling my mom, "Ma, when I grow up, I want to be working in a hospital like them, helping patients." I have always admired their passion and dedication, so I've dreamt of becoming one. But when I told my mom about it, she just shook her head and told me to choose another profession because they cannot afford the tuition. Both of my parents were fish vendors. They had to start their day early in the morning and sleep late at night just to make a good living. We were renting a house back then, and I've always struggled to make ends meet. You see, growing up, I have known my parents that they do not have huge financial influx in their pockets. But my parents would always remind me and my younger sister that life is unpredictable, life is constantly changing, and life cannot be taught and learned through words. It is by how it pushes you around. So never give up. Never hold back and give everything you got, because as long as God is with us, you are not alone in your battles. You can always choose to strike and continue and be victorious come with me. Fairly quickly, when I graduated high school, I started to plot the things I should do to help my parents. I enrolled in MCU-IIT for a bachelor's degree in mathematics, but by some twist of fate, God enabled me to enroll for a bachelor's degree in medical technology at Misamis University with full scholarship. At that moment, I realized that that was where my journey would begin, as I believe God has just started to show His plans for me. Suddenly, I became saturated with enthusiasm and tenacity that I can do it, that I can reach my goals, and I will not become a disappointment to everyone rooting for me. God filled me with so many opportunities to expand my horizon and thrive in life. Yet sadly, I had to deal with a lot of things first at a young age. Some people were saying, "Na, mabarus ra jud ng bataa kay nagyabuyab og sayo." And some also people say, "Lisod man ang medtech, mabagsak ra na." So ending, magautang-utang dyan na yung mama kay mahal man ang tuition. So I heard those words coming from neighbors, common friends, and relatives. I did get scared and flustered because I might end up being the person they have already pictured in their minds. I admit it made me torn between pursuing medtech or not. I contemplated and weighed a lot of things while I continued to pray and pray and pray. Admiring, I took the leap of faith and threw myself into the unknown possibilities. Yes, I was frightened, but I still took the risk because I believe God has revealed to me His plans. In Jeremiah 29:11, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a good future." Came college life, I always had sleepless nights and never-ending assessments. It was always a struggle to find the perfect balance of time. I had to juggle different kinds of stuffs, set priorities, and I learned how to. So, I always had that one goal in mind, and that is to make my parents proud all the time. My journey was not a typical day like some. It was full of never-ending challenges. Seriously, I still cannot fathom until today how I managed to make it through a very challenging, crooked life. I really honor God for His grace in my family and in my life. It was not my own achievements all along. It was God's. I will not be here if it were not for Him. So when I graduated college, I graduated with honors and with a special award. My parents were also able to send me for a clinical internship in Manila. All of it was God's provision. All of it was from the power of prayer. You see, I took the risk despite the adversities in life. It was not a perfect journey all along. I failed many times, but I never fell back. I used every failure as my strength to stand stronger, braver, and wiser. In fact, until now, I'm still like you. I am still a work in progress piece of God thriving in the midst of a pandemic. Last year, during the pandemic, I earned 20 plus certificates coming from different webinars and training. I know that the kind of education I had before is different from what you have now, but do not make it as an excuse to stop doing something. I have realized in this unprecedented time, life must continue, and you should never give up just because it is hard. Because the moment you surrender, you will be flooded with all the what ifs and what could have been. Why torture yourself when you know it that you can always choose to be successful? Never mind failure, because it is always part of success, and you will gain a lesson from it rather than regret. My dear graduates, take this as a piece of advice. Do not ever be afraid to fail, or do not ever lose the drive to pursue the things you want. No matter how bumpy the road becomes, or how many hindrances you encounter. Take all the chances. Never hold back and give everything you got. Besides, the person you see in the mirror now will be a different person tomorrow based on your choices. So you must strengthen your skill and educate yourself so you could meet the person you have dreamed yourself to be. Do not give up because of the pandemic or whatever problems or fear. Look at the situation from a different perspective and find new ways to deal things slowly yet surely. Moreover, you can also add blinders in your face. But not literally though. There are ways you can add blinders in our lives, like setting priorities and finding accountability. Through this, you can stay on course, focus on your future, and overcome every fear. We know we all face different battles every day. People do not see what you have been going through behind closed doors. And people do not know the multiple demands that compete with your dream. Yet no matter what you do, let's face it, that people will still judge you and people will always say something about you. So why not choose what you really love? Let them have their say. Remember, this is your life, this is your dream. Your choices are for your advantage and the people you choose to share it with. You are all gifted with different talents and wisdom. Some of you may be best in a particular field, and some are not. But ask yourself, what are you going to do with what you already have and what you still don't have? Before you enter college, you must first, or whatever path you take, first, you must be aware of your strengths and weaknesses. Keep your feet in the ground by making room for mistakes and acknowledging that you have limits. Always be humble so that you can always be teachable and open for improvements. And lastly, never forget this one. Put it in your heart that God is with you and will be with you all along. So you are not alone in your battles. So let us finish our journey, our individual journey, with wit and grit. One day, you will also be an inspiration to others and share your own beautiful story because you made a choice. You choose to believe, you choose to persevere, and you choose to aspire. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Miss Karen, for such an inspiring message that will surely root to the hearts of the graduates. At this moment, to give to us her valedictory address, let us all listen to Zeph Briosa, guest student with highest honors.
To our respected secondary school principal, Madam Ayon X. Canonigo, to our hardworking head teachers, Madam Marlet C. Solana and Madam Royna S. Baliton, to the faculty and staffs of Sinonoc National High School, to the students, to the parents, and to my fellow graduates, a pleasant morning to all of you. Pandemic turned our world upside down. Countless lives were lost and many people were in vain. We were shocked by the changes in the new normal, and adapting to the changes seemed difficult and stressful. Even the state of education was greatly affected by the pandemic. Teachers and students encountered lots of difficulties in implementing and adapting to the blended learning. But despite of all those changes and difficulties, who would have thought that we'll be able to reach this one-of-a-kind milestone? Look where we are right now. We are now taking another step towards a brighter future. Finally, we are now celebrating the moment of our success. We survived all of those challenges, definitely because of our Almighty Father who loves us unconditionally. We must be forever grateful to Him for giving us millionfold blessings and for the privilege of knowledge and wisdom, for forgiving our trespasses, and for protecting us from all dangers. Without Him, we will not be here today, and this success will become worthless. God knows everything, and He knows what's best for us. All we have to do is pray and trust Him with all our hearts. Notable part of our success is our ever-supportive teachers. To all our teachers who've been there throughout our journey, thank you so much for guiding and molding us to become responsible students. Thank you for understanding our weaknesses and strengthening our assets. Thank you for your patience and hard work, especially in checking our modules. We are so blissful to have teachers like you. We should also express our gratitude to all of our friends, classmates, and schoolmates. We may not see each other face to face, yet thank you for helping us in our studies, for lifting us morally, and for all the heartfelt generosity that you shared upon us. Our interaction may be limited through chatting, texting, and calling through phone, but that's truly helpful for us to keep going on. Of course, we should appreciate heartedly all the efforts, sacrifices, and hard works of our beloved family. We should be thankful to our parents, our siblings, our grandparents, our guardians, and to all our relatives for supporting us in our studies, financially, morally, mentally, and even emotionally. And you know what? Our victory will not be possible without this person. Can you guess who it is? It's no other than yourself. I want you, my fellow graduates, to thank and congratulate yourselves for all of your hard works, efforts, patience, courage, and determination, that despite all of the hurdles that you've met in your lives, you took a great leap and overcome all of them. I'm sure that you experienced your own hardships in life, and I'm sure that each one of you has your own motivations and inspirations. Some may relieve their stress through watching K-dramas and K-pop music videos, playing Mobile Legends, reading Wattpad, creating TikTok videos, and more. And it's not bad. Doing the things you love, as long as you are happy, you don't hurt others, you know your limitations, and you do not neglect your studies, you are living a fruitful life. Use them as your happy pill towards the career that you dream of. Whatever our choices after this moment, some may choose to pursue college, look for a job, or even start up a business. May all of us be successful onwards. To all of my fellow graduates, don't worry. You always have a future ahead of you. In life, you will never know what's in store for you because you are your own good. Since we are unaware of what future awaits us, that is why we make effort and work hard. For good results always come at the end of hard work. As what people say, it's hard to taste the sweetness without tasting the bitterness. We may face a lot of challenges, but because we have a dream, we can become strong. We may be displaced, but we still live on. Always remember that it's okay not to be okay. You may feel like you're going to crash landing and doom is at your service, but just strengthen your faith in God. Keep going on like an ongoing K-drama. Never give up and come back like a K-pop group. Work hard and rank up like playing Mobile Legends. Be patient like reading Wattpad. And always keep the vibe like doing TikTok videos. This may be a virtual graduation ceremony, but all of our achievements are real. In behalf of all the graduating senior high school students, Mabuhay! Grade 12 Batch 2020-2021. Congratulations to all of us and fighting for the future. Thank you so much for listening, and once again, good morning.
Thank you, Zeph. This time, let us witness the graduation pledge of the graduates, represented by Jane Lee Wagon, guest student with high honors.
Pledge of Loyalty. We, members of Class 2020-2021 of Sinonoc National High School, do solemnly pledge to uphold the noble traditions and ideals of our alma mater and to bring honor and glory to her name by working with utmost effort, efficiency, and integrity. Commit ourselves as new members to support the alumni associations of our school and be actively involved in its programs and activities to achieve its vision and mission. Preserve the dignity and rich heritage of the land and live up to the better hopes and expectations of our countrymen and divine Creator. So help us, Almighty God.
Thank you, Jane and graduates. Before we end, let us hear the acknowledgement and closing remarks from the GPTCA President, Pastor Remy Valle.
Good day to all. It is such a great privilege to speak for the closing remarks of this memorable event today. I know that no doubt you are all feeling fulfilled and happy today with all the awards and recognitions you received. By the way, congratulations. This event marks a significant cycle in the academic lives of senior high students. We are not only celebrating on the students' part, but also in a part of parents who are unequal in their loving support of their children. On the part of these teachers who passionately mold each and every student's vision and dreams. To our dear students, you have now completed a level, yes, you have earned achievements and success in this matter. But what really matters is that you will be motivated to continue and achieve more. Overcome obstacles that come your way and then take the next level. One thing I would like to remind you, do not forget the people who have taught you, who walk beside you and lift you even in the most discouraging moment in your life. The students, perhaps today you could give your parents your sweetest hugs and thank you. Perhaps you could give your classmate a thumbs up for a job well done. Perhaps you could chat or message to your teachers for inspiring, motivating, and bring out the best in you. And perhaps you could give a salute to the people whom God had used to instill discipline among you and make you responsible members of the school. And lastly, give your biggest thanks to the Lord, your God, who made everything possible for you, for giving you those K people for your success today. To end this message, I would like to give you in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 29, verse 11, that says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a good future. It is the Lord's desire that and plan to bring you good future and success. Keep going, keep believing, keep achieving, and keep on the right track. Once again, thank you and congratulations. God bless you all.
Thank you, Pastor Remy. Congratulations to our dear graduates and proud parents. Graduates, take this line from Anatole France. To accomplish great things, we must not only act, but also dream. Not only plan, but also believe. This is Miss Jessa and Italia. Happy graduation day, and may God bless us all. Thank you.